foundation for singing has got to be our breathing, okay? So put your folder down, stand up tall, and for some marbles, tell me some good things about how we should be standing. How should our feet be?
Shoulders
All
back. Not feet, but shoulders back.
Shoulders back and feet are how far apart? Shoulder width apart, okay? Not like this, but they're also not super close together. If they're super close together, that doesn't give you a good foundation. If you get woozy or something, because you're nervous, you can fall over, okay? So shoulder width apart. How should this area be? What do we call that? Nice and tall, and the diaphragm muscle is right around here in your stomach. So when we take a good breath, we want this part to be tall and open so that that diaphragm will push down and we can fill up our whole abdomen area with air. That sounds weird when we're talking about it, but that's kind of what I want you to think about, is filling up like a balloon right here with air. Now that might feel weird when you're doing it, and when you talk to someone, you wouldn't go, hey, how are you today? You know, that's kind of weird, but when we're singing, we want that big foundation of air to be underneath our sound, okay? That gives us strength. So Emily said shoulders are rolled back. Our head is this, or this? Straight. Not too much this way, not too much this way. We'll talk about a little bit. You can point your nose down just a little bit, but nice and straight. It's very common when we try to go up to sing high notes that we go like this and strain our throat to reach that high note and strain right there. And we're going to try to learn how to not do that, okay? So nice and straight in our face. What else can we do?
Eyebrows up.
Eyebrows up. That's what I was looking for. Eyebrows up for two reasons, and eyes open. That's one reason. Why is one reason we do that?
To look happy.
To look happy. Good. So eyebrows up, eyes open, make your face look really happy. Okay? When we're singing, if you notice, there are certain people in choir that do that really well. Karina's usually got a really nice look on her face. Kristen always had a really nice look on her face. Mrs. Smith now is really good at that with her face. I try to be, but I can't always tell if you're not looking at yourself. But eyebrows up and eyes open. What's another reason we eyebrows up? Jenna might know this answer. You might know this answer. Okay, it helps with the production of your sound because it raises that thingy down, the hangy down thing in the back of your throat. You know, that little uvula.
Yeah.
It lifts it up a little bit, and believe it or not, that actually helps you create a better sound because where we're making our sound is like in your sinus cavities and your skull area, okay? So when we lift that hanging down thing up in the back called the soft palate or the uvula, that kind of helps us make a better sound. So I want you to all remember that for next week, so I'm going to ask those questions. That's all of our posture, all right? Put your hands right here. Take a deep breath in, and I want you to try to feel your hands push out. Now let it go, and your hands are going to come back in. You're going out like you're filling up your balloon. Ready? Again. Good. And out. Fill up one more time. And out. If you can't feel anything moving down here, you're not doing it right, okay? Now we're going to pant like our puppy dog for 5 seconds because that's a really good way to make sure you can feel this moving, okay? Ready? Go. Stop. I don't normally like to make my stomach pooch out any more than normal or let people see it. It's weird. But when we're singing, we do want to kind of use that because that's where we get our strength. Okay, let's do that one more time. Ready? Go. Okay, good. So when you're first warming up to practice singing, doing some breathing exercises is a really good way to practice that. Here's another really good one to do. That's not easy. I have to lick my lips. Like that, okay? If you can't do that one, but you can roll your tongue like somebody do it. I can't do that. I always wish I could do that. Either that one or the lips one. But the point of that one is to make a long buzz without a break in the sound. That means you're controlling your air well, and it's because it's really easy for it to stop. So we want to make sure that we're controlling our air and a nice steady stream, okay? Let's try that. Ready? Deep breath in. Go. Jenna and I win. Jenna and I win.
I can't do it with my lips.
It makes my nose really tickle and it's very goofy and we want to laugh. So we're going to just keep practicing it so we can get all over the self-consciousness of it. But that is really, really good way to practice controlling your sound and making sure that you're putting forth enough air to be strong, okay? Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yes.
So do that at home. See if you can stretch yourself a little longer each time. Okay. You have any from school you want to have us do? What do you do for breathing?
Well, we've been working on, like, every day we'll breathe in for 4, and then we'll go shh for 4, and then we'll breathe in for 4 and go out for 8, in for 4, out
Yeah,
for
we
12.
did that at school. Yeah, that's a
then-
good one.
Yeah.
You want to lead that one for us?
Sure.
Tell us how to do it.
Okay, so you're going to use your hand to kind of guide where you're going, but you're going to take a deep breath in for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to go shh, and on each count you're going to go shh, 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 and like pulse it.
And so knowing how many beats are going to last makes you have to divide your breath up evenly and don't let it run out at the end. So we're going to gush out too much at the beginning and we don't want it to run out. Okay, so let's do that. Ready? Breathe in for 4. Out. Good. Now I took too much in at the beginning, and so it was hard to like take more in for 4 beats. So let's do that again. Ready? Go. Good. Okay, now we will, when we do that one again, maybe sometime we'll practice holding it out a little bit longer than 4. So then you have to kind of bring back how much you let out in one gush. Does that make sense? It's a really good way to practice. How do we take a breath in without sounding like that? Especially if you're singing like a special music and you're holding a microphone or something like that, you don't want to hear that sound. What is that? What's making that noise? Because we want to be able to take a deep breath without any sound. So the top of your windpipe, the tube that you breathe through, is a little flap on the top. I think is that called your epiglottis?
I think so too.
So it lays on the top of the tube. If you can think about lifting it up before you take a breath, and then no sound will come when you take that breath. If you don't really kind of make that decision to lift it up, then you get that sound. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 deep breaths in again, but I want them to be totally silent. Ready? Go. Let it out. Again, go. Let it out. One more time. Go. Good. Okay. Breathing exercise is done. Now we're going to sing. So one of my favorite exercises is what? Mama made me mash my M&Ms. Okay? Mama made me mash my M&Ms. The quick words with the ums on it. Get your lips moving, because in music, when we sing, we need our words to be really, really clear. If you listen to Broadway at all, you can tell they sing so many words and they sing them so fast, but you can understand every one of them, and that's because they're like massively using their enunciation to be really, really clear. So, Mama made me mash my M&Ms. The M sound also helps us push our sound into this part of our face, which we call the mask. Good. That's where we want you to feel it when you sing, not right here, okay? So, Mama made me mash my M&Ms. That M sound kind of tickles in my nose. That helps you remember to focus your sound forward, okay? Let's try that. We're going to go up by half step every time. Ready, go. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. Mama made me mash my breath in between. That's silent. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. Put a little oomph. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. 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 Push harder as you go up. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. Good. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. from John. That was cool. But now I have a recording of me saying, oh, I got a touch from John. Okay, anyway, that fear that you feel when we're heading up higher and higher, that's what I want to get over when we're in here, okay? If you keep pushing hard from here and you keep giving that woo, 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 like that, like a siren going down the street, but you have to like not be afraid, right? You have to just be bold and do it. But you can go a lot higher than you think you can. And when you're in a big group singing, your voice is not going to stick out by itself when you do that. If everybody's doing that, it's just going to make a really nice high sound, okay? Let's do this one. It is easy. And the vowel we're thinking of is I-H. Say it. When we sing it, that also helps us push our sound to the forward of our face, the front of our face, okay? So let's try that. Take a good deep breath in. Okay. It is easy. Go. Right there. It is easy. It is easy. It is easy. It is easy. Do it right here. It is easy. It is easy. Push it right here. It is easy. It is easy. It is easy. Watch me keep going, but here you go. It is easy. Do that. Ready? It is easy. It is easy. Bend over. It is easy. Ashley, back here. It is easy. 2 more. It is easy. It is easy. Why do we do that? And we won't do that in front of the boys, but it's just us. So why would we do that? What does it do?
Physical thing to help us over the note.
Yes, so if your mind and your body thinks you're going down, it won't feel so hard to go up with your voice, okay? It's just a kind of a psychological thing. But man, it really does work, because when you bend over and you're more relaxed and you think you're going down, that note comes out more relaxed at the top and it sounds really good. Here's one more thing you can do at home if you're trying to practice how to make your sound go from here to here, is by talking while you're holding your nose. Okay, if I plug my nose, I can either talk like this, or I could talk like this, like I sound like I have a cold. You know, sometimes when you have a cold, you sound like that.
Yeah.
When I'm doing that, can you hear that I pushed my sound back here? It's out of my nose. But if I push it up to my nose, it sounds like that. I know that's dumb, but that, to me, when my choral director taught us that, was the fastest way for me to realize where my sound is, okay? Because I can totally hear it in my nose, or I could push it back here. This is not where you want to feel it when you sing. You want to feel it right here. But if we're not plugging our nose, it won't sound that weird nasally sound. But it'll sound more like it's in the front where it's supposed to be. Okay, does that sound clear?
Yes.
All right, let's do another one. Where will it snow? Yeah, I'm not doing it right. Where will it snow tonight? There it is. I haven't done it in a while. Where will it snow tonight? Most of us will have a point either between there's a note in there somewhere where I can feel that I'm switching from like my voice being strong right here into my voice kind of being strong up here. That's called your breaking point or your breaking note. Everybody has one, and usually sopranos have it in about the same place. Usually altos have it in the same place. So we do exercises where we start low, but then we have to jump high so that you can practice making that transition really smooth so you don't have like a crack in there, okay? So, where will it snow tonight? I'm using both my strong chest voice and my head voice in that, but I have to make it smooth, okay? Does that make sense? All right. We also want to open your mouth really tall and giant on the snow. Ready? Go. Where will it snow tonight? Where will most of us changed on that note. Did you hear it? That was a D. Where will it snow? Right there. I switched from this voice to right there. I could hear it in almost all of us. That was awesome. Let's do that again. Ready? Go. Where will it snow tonight? Where will it snow tonight? Where will it snow tonight? We bend over a little bit. Where will it snow tonight? Keep going. Where will it snow tonight? Good. I love this room. Man, it sounds good in here. But I don't want you to be afraid to shout out that top note, okay? Even if right now you think it sounds screamy, just practice getting it out strong. And when the boys are not here is a really good time because it's like more intimidating when you feel like the boys are listening to you. But when we're all doing it just by ourselves, just scream that note out the top. And then once your body gets used to the pressure of it, we can make it come in and sound nicer, okay? So don't be afraid of those notes up there. Okay, that was a lot of warming up. Have a seat. So if you, this will take a while, but maybe we'll make a shorter one that you can practice with at home. But for now, especially new ones, if you practice with that like every day or 3 days a week or something like that, you will definitely get better at singing, get stronger. We don't have a lot of time as a church choir. We practice once a week, and so that doesn't give us a lot. Like if we were at school and you were doing this every day, it really makes a difference. So, okay, I'm turning off the video. Bye.